The ancient Greeks spent a lot of time thinking about thinking. Legend has it that at one point 7 sages of ancient Greece gathered together in Delphi to consider whether there was one single command that would encapsulate all of their wisdom. What they came up with was the single command, know thyself. This is advice which many leaders and HR practitioners still give to the most talented people in organisations. And essentially, it's advice about developing your self-awareness. Self-awareness is your ability to have a sense of yourself as being distinct from others. Most of us take it for granted, but in fact it's a very unique human capability. Cats aren't self-aware, for example. If a cat sees itself in a mirror, it hisses and spits. Why? It thinks the reflection is another cat. You, however, see yourself in a mirror. You learn to recognise yourself from a very young age, and this was the age at which you first developed your sense of self-awareness. Psychologists have identified 2 broad categories of self-awareness. The first is internal self-awareness. This is your ability to think about and monitor your own chains of assumption, your own internal dialogue, and it's very critical for developing talent. In particular, in leadership development programs, we might typically want to create a sense of self-awareness in participants. The second style of self-awareness is external self-awareness. This is your ability to understand how others might be perceiving you. So it's very important if we're trying to develop someone's communication or empathy skills. Both sorts of self-awareness are underpinned by 3 micro skills. The first is skills of self-reflection. These involve being able to see yourself from the outside perspective dispassionately and to think about how you're behaving or communicating. The second skill is mindful attention. This involves being able to monitor what's going on in your own world, but also to be able to calibrate what is going on in the world and behaviour of others. And finally, there's compassion. Compassion for others and compassion for yourself. Positive psychology has a range of tools for being able to develop these micro skills. So, for example, we use journaling to develop reflective practice. We also draw on the work of Ellen Langer on mindfulness to help people with their mindful attention skills. And we've got a range of skills that we can develop through positive communication and positive leadership models that are very helpful in developing our sense of compassion for self and for others in organisations. If you'd like to learn more about any of these techniques, come along to one of my master classes for facilitators or leaders, or you can get started now by downloading my Positive Psychology Toolkit. It's a free resource for HR and L&D practitioners, which you can download using the link below this video.